I stepped on a campus with my bag hanging off one shoulder and a strange feeling in my chest. Welcome to your new life, Ethan, I whispered to myself. For the first time, no one was watching me. No one was telling me what to do. No father. No rules. Just me. I exhaled slowly. This is it. A voice behind me cut through my thoughts. You look like you're about to either cry or run away. I turned and saw a tall guy with messy hair and a grin that didn't seem to take anything seriously. I'm not crying, I said. Just thinking. Dangerous habit, he replied, holding out his hand. Liam Brooks. Your roommate, I'm guessing. I shook his hand. Ethan Carter. Cool. Ethan the thinker, he said, grabbing one of my bags without asking. Come on, before someone steals your stuff. I can carry that, I protested. Relax. I'm doing you a favor. You look like you'd apologize to a thief for having valuable things. I laughed despite myself. I'm not that bad. Give it time, he said. University fixes people. Or breaks them. Which one are you? He smirked. I'm the guy who watches it happen. We reached the dorm room, and he tossed my bag onto the bed. Home sweet home, he said. I looked around. Small room. 2 beds. 1 window. But it felt mine. It's not much, I said. It's freedom, Liam replied. That's worth more. I nodded slowly. Yeah, freedom. He flopped onto his bed. So, Ethan, what's your story? Nothing interesting, I said. Strict family. High expectations. I needed to get out. Ah, he said, pointing at me. Classic case. You're either going to fall in love or mess up your life. Why not both? I asked. He laughed. Now you're talking. Later that day, we walked around campus together. Everything felt new. Voices, buildings, faces. This place is huge, I said. And full of bad decisions, Liam replied. You'll love it. We stopped near the cafe, and that's when I saw her. She was standing in line, holding a book close to her chest. She looked calm, like the noise around her didn't exist. Earth to Ethan, Liam said. You're staring. I'm not staring, I said quickly. You're definitely staring, he replied. Go talk to her. I don't even know her. So, that's how conversations usually start. I hesitated. What if she's not interested? Liam shrugged. Then you walk away. You're not going to die. I took a deep breath. Fine. I walked toward her, my heart beating faster with every step. Hey, I said awkwardly. Is this line always this long? She looked at me, surprised, then smiled slightly. Only when people need coffee to survive. I smiled back. That explains a lot. I'm Sophia, she said. Ethan. First year, she asked. Is it that obvious? A little, she said softly. You still look hopeful. I chuckled. And you don't. She looked away for a second. I used to. Something about her tone made me pause. What changed? She shrugged. Life. I didn't push. Fair enough. We moved forward in the line together. So, Ethan, she said, why did you choose this university? Honestly, always honestly. I wanted to get away from my family, I admitted. She nodded like she understood. That must have been hard. It was, I said, but it also feels right. That's good, she said. Not everyone gets that chance. What about you? I asked. Why are you here? She hesitated, then said, I needed a fresh start. From what? She smiled faintly. From people who didn't stay. I felt something tighten in my chest. I'm sorry. It's okay, she said quickly. I'm used to it. You shouldn't have to be, I said. She looked at me, really looked at me this time. You're different. I laughed nervously. Different how? You listen, she said. That's rare. Very. We reached the counter, ordered our drinks, and sat outside. So, I said, do you always open up to strangers this fast? She smiled. Do you always ask personal questions? Only when I feel like the person won't run away. And you think I won't? I hope not. She looked down at her cup. I don't run anymore. Good, I said. Because I'd probably trip trying to follow you. She laughed softly, and something inside me shifted. We talked for what felt like hours. About classes. About life. About fears we didn't usually say out loud. I don't like disappointing people, I admitted. Then don't, she said simply. It's not that easy. It never is, she replied. I looked at her. What are you afraid of? She hesitated. Being left again. I swallowed. I wouldn't do that. She raised an eyebrow. You don't even know me. I know enough, I said quietly. She studied my face, like she was trying to decide if I was serious. You say that now, she said. I mean it, I replied. She didn't answer, but she didn't look away either. Liam suddenly appeared, dropping into the chair beside me. Wow, you're fast. Liam, I said, embarrassed. This is Sophia. Nice to meet you, he said. I see Ethan didn't waste time. Sophia smiled. He was surprisingly brave. Don't let that fool you, Liam said. He was probably panicking inside. I was not, I protested. Sophia laughed. He was. I shook my head, smiling. Okay, maybe a little. Liam stood up. I'll leave you too. Try not to fall in love too quickly. Get out, I said. He walked away, still laughing. I looked back at Sophia. Sorry about him. He's fun, she said. Yeah, he is. We sat in a comfortable silence for a moment. This feels nice, she said quietly. It does, I agreed. Like peaceful. Yeah, I said. Like nothing else matters. She looked at me again, softer this time. Maybe this is what a fresh start feels like, she said. Maybe, I replied. As the sun began to set, I realized something I couldn't ignore. I wasn't just talking to her. I was connecting with her. And somehow, in just one day, she mattered more than she should have. I stood up slowly. I guess I'll see you around? She smiled. You better. I will, I said. As I walked back to the dorm, Liam looked at me and smirked. You're done for, he said. I didn't argue, because deep down, I knew he was right. I lay on my bed that night, staring at the ceiling. Maybe this is what freedom feels like, I whispered. Then I closed my eyes and added softly, or maybe this is where my life starts to get complicated. I didn't notice when talking to Sophia became the best part of my day. Coffee again? She asked, raising an eyebrow. You're the one who said it helps you survive, I replied. She smiled. I did say that. We sat at the same table we always chose. It had already become our spot. You're late, she said. 5 minutes isn't late. It is when I'm waiting, she said softly. I looked at her. You were waiting for me? She shrugged. Maybe. I leaned back. That sounds serious. It is, she said, pretending to be serious, then laughed. I laughed with her. You're impossible. And you still show up, she replied. Every time, I said without thinking. Her smile faded, just a little, like she noticed something deeper in my words. Later that night, we walked around campus. It was quiet, almost peaceful. I like this, she said. What? This just walking and talking. No pressure. Yeah, I said. It feels real. She looked at me. It does. I kicked a small stone on the path. You know, I don't usually do this. Do what? Open up like this, I said. She nodded. Me neither. Then why are we? She stopped walking. Because it feels safe. I stopped too. Yes, safe. She looked away. I haven't felt that in a long time. I stepped closer. You can feel it now. She met my eyes. Don't say things you don't mean. I mean it, I said. We stood there for a moment, neither of us moving. Okay, she whispered. The next day, I called my sister. Ethan, Emily's voice came through the phone. You finally called. I've been busy, I said. Busy doing what? I hesitated, then said, talking to someone. Oh, she teased. Who is she? Relax, I said. Her name is Sophia. Put her on the phone. Emily said immediately. What? No. Do it, she insisted. I sighed. Fine. I handed the phone to Sophia. She's not going to stop. Sophia laughed nervously. Hi, Emily. Hi. Are you nice to my brother? Sophia smiled. I try to be. You better, Emily said. He's annoying, but he's still mine. I can see that, Sophia said. I watched them talk, and something warm filled my chest. After a few minutes, Sophia handed the phone back. She's adorable, she said. She is, I replied. Emily's voice came back. I like her. That was fast, I said. I just know, she replied. Don't mess this up. I won't, I said quietly. That night, my phone rang again. This time, it wasn't Emily. Ethan, my father's voice said. Dad, how are your studies? They're fine. And your focus? I paused. Still there. It better be, he said. You didn't go there to waste time. I know. Good, he replied. Distractions are dangerous. I knew what he meant. I'm handling everything. You always say that, he said. Just remember who you are. I do, I said, even though I wasn't sure anymore. After the call ended, I sat there for a moment. You okay? Sophia asked. Yeah, I said quickly. She didn't look convinced. Who was that? My dad. Oh, she said softly. Strict. You could say that. She stepped closer. Does he know about me? I hesitated. Not yet. Why not? I just want to keep things simple for now, I said. She nodded slowly. Simple. I could tell she didn't fully believe me, but she didn't push. Days turned into weeks, and everything between us grew stronger. You're part of my routine now, she said one evening. Is that a good thing? It's my favorite thing, she replied. I smiled. Good answer. She leaned against me. Don't disappear, okay? I won't, I said immediately. You promise? I promise. She closed her eyes. People always promise. I'm not people, I said. She opened her eyes. Then prove it. I took her hand. I will. But even as I said it, my father's voice echoed in my head. Distractions are dangerous. A few days later, she looked at me differently. What? I asked. You've been quiet, she said. Just tired. That's not it, she replied. What do you mean? You're here, she said, touching my arm. But it feels like part of you is somewhere else. I forced a smile. You're overthinking. She pulled her hand back. Am I? Yes. She sighed. Okay. But the silence between us didn't feel okay. That night, we sat together again, but it felt different. Ethan, she said softly. Yeah. Can I ask you something? Of course. She looked at me, her eyes searching mine. Where do I stand in your life? I blinked. What do you mean? I mean, am I just part of your university life? No, I said quickly. You're more than that. Then what am I? I hesitated. You're important to me, I said. She nodded slowly. Important? That's not enough, I asked. She looked down. It's something. I reached for her hand again. Sophia. She pulled it away gently. Why does it feel like you're holding back? She asked. I'm not. You are, she said. I can feel it. I stayed silent. She took a deep breath. Why does it feel like you're scared to choose me? Her words hit harder than anything else. I opened my mouth, but nothing came out. Because the truth was, I didn't know how to answer without breaking something. My phone rang while I was sitting with Sophia, and the moment I saw my father's name, my chest tightened. Are you going to answer that? She asked. I have to, I said quietly. I stood up and stepped away before picking up. Dad, come home, he said, his tone sharp. Now. Yes. This isn't a request. What's going on? We'll talk when you get here. The call ended before I could say anything else. I stood there for a second, staring at my phone. What happened? Sophia asked when I walked back. I need to go home, I said. For how long? I don't know. She frowned. That doesn't sound good. It's probably nothing, I said, even though I didn't believe it. She stepped closer. Call me when you get there. I will. You promise? I promise. The drive home felt longer than usual. My thoughts kept circling, but none of them made sense. When I walked into the house, my father was already waiting in the living room. You're late, he said. I came as fast as I could. Sit down. I sat, my hands tense. What's going on? Before he answered, another man walked in with a girl beside him. This is Mr. Hayes, my father said. And this is his daughter, Olivia. Olivia gave a polite smile. Hi, I said, confused. My father looked at me. This meeting is important. For what? For your future, he replied. Mr. Hayes cleared his throat. Our families have decided to work together. That's good, I said slowly. It's more than that, my father added. We're joining the families. I frowned. What does that mean? He looked at Olivia, then back at me. You're going to marry her. The words didn't feel real. I'm sorry, what? You heard me, he said calmly. This isn't funny, I said. I'm not joking. I looked at Olivia. She avoided my eyes. Dad, I can't do that, I said. You can, he replied. And you will. I'm already. I stopped myself. Already what? He asked. I took a breath. I'm with someone. The room went quiet. That's irrelevant, he said. It's not irrelevant to me, I said, my voice rising. It should be, he replied. I shook my head. You can't just decide my life like this. I can, he said. And I have. This is insane, I said. This is business, he corrected. I'm not a deal, I snapped. You're my son, he said coldly. And this family comes first. I laughed bitterly. At what cost? At the cost of your temporary feelings, he replied. It's not temporary, I said. I love her. He didn't react. You'll forget her. No, I won't. You will, he said, or you'll lose everything. I froze. What do you mean? I mean your education, your support, your future, he said. Don't test me. I felt like the ground was slipping beneath me. You're forcing me, I said. I'm guiding you, he replied. That's not guidance, I said. That's control. Call it whatever you want, he said. The decision is made. I turned to my mother, who had been silent the entire time. Mom, she didn't meet my eyes. Say something, I said. She looked down. It's for the best. My chest tightened. For who? She didn't answer. I stood up. I'm not doing this. My father stood too. Then you're on your own. The words hit harder than anything else. I looked at Olivia. Did you know about this? She nodded slightly. I didn't have a choice either. I ran a hand through my hair. This is insane. It's happening, my father said. I left the room before I said something I couldn't take back. That night, I sat alone, staring at my phone. Sophia's name was right there. I called her. Ethan, she answered. Are you okay? I swallowed. I don't know. What happened? It's complicated, I said. Tell me, she insisted. My family. They wanted to come back after graduation, I said. That's normal, she said. It's more than that, I replied. Then what is it? I hesitated. They've already planned everything. Her voice softened. What do you mean? They don't want me making my own choices, I said. That doesn't sound like your decision, she said. It isn't, I admitted. So what are you going to do? I closed my eyes. I don't know. She went quiet for a moment. Ethan, she said slowly, are you choosing them? It's not that simple, I replied. It is, she said. You either choose them or you choose me. I felt my chest tighten. Don't make it sound like that. Then explain it, she said. I just need time, I said. Her voice broke slightly. Time for what? To figure things out, I said. You already know, she replied. I stayed silent. Say it, she said. I can't, I whispered. That means you won't, she said. That's not fair, I said. Neither is this, she replied. I could hear her breathing, uneven. Look at me when you say it, she said. I'm on the phone, I said weakly. Then come see me, she said. I drove back the next morning. When I saw her, she didn't smile. Tell me the truth, she said. I looked at her, and for a second, I almost said everything. But I didn't. My family needs me, I said instead. Her eyes filled with something I couldn't face. And I don't, she asked. You do, I said. Not enough, she replied. It's not like that, I said. It is exactly like that, she said. I stepped closer. Sophia. She stepped back. Don't, she said. I'm trying, I said. No, she replied. You're choosing. I felt my throat tighten. I don't have a choice. You always have a choice, she said. I couldn't argue with that. She looked at me, her voice shaking. You didn't lose me. You gave me up. The words hit me like a punch. I opened my mouth, but nothing came out. Because she was right. And that truth broke something inside me I knew would never fully heal. I called Sophia the next day. No answer. I called again that night. Still nothing. Maybe she needs time, I told myself. But time kept passing, and silence was the only thing I got back. I stared at my phone. Just pick up, I whispered. She didn't. Days turned into a week. Did you hear from her? Liam asked. I shook my head. No. He looked at me, frustrated. What did you expect? I thought she'd at least talk to me. You chose your family over her, he said. What exactly is there to talk about? I didn't choose. Don't lie. He cut me off. At least not to me. I looked away. It's complicated. It's not, he said. You had two options. You made your choice. I didn't have a choice, I said quietly. You always have a choice, he replied. You just didn't like the consequences. His words hit hard, but I didn't argue. Because part of me knew he was right. A few days later, my father called again. Have you made peace with the situation? He asked. I don't have a choice, I said. Good, he replied. The engagement will be announced soon. I closed my eyes. That fast. There's no reason to delay, he said. There is for me, I muttered. You'll adjust, he replied. I didn't answer. When I arrived home again, everything felt colder. Olivia was already there, sitting in the living room. "Hi," she said softly. "Hi," I replied. She looked at me carefully. "You don't look okay." "I'm fine," I said automatically. "You don't have to pretend," she said. "I'm not pretending." She gave a small, sad smile. "You're bad at lying." I sat across from her. "You don't seem excited either." "I'm not," she admitted. "Then why are you going along with this?" I asked. She looked down. "Because my father expects me to." "That's not a reason," I said. "It is when you don't have another option," she replied. I sighed. "There's always another option." She looked at me. "Then why didn't you take it?" I froze. She nodded slowly. "Exactly." We sat in silence for a moment. "Is there someone else?" she asked quietly. I didn't answer. "That's a yes," she said. "It doesn't matter," I replied. "It matters if I'm supposed to marry you," she said. I ran a hand through my hair. "I don't want to hurt you." "You already are," she said gently. "I'm sorry," I said. She shook her head. "Don't apologize. Just be honest." "I can't give you what you deserve," I admitted. "I know," she said. Her calmness made it worse. "You deserve someone who chooses you," I said. She smiled faintly. "So do you." I looked away. Back at university, everything felt empty without Sophia. I still went to classes. I still sat at the cafe. But nothing felt the same. "You look terrible," Liam said one day. "Thanks," I replied. "I'm serious," he said. "You're not even trying anymore." "What's the point?" I asked. "The point is you're still alive," he said. "Doesn't feel like it," I muttered. He leaned forward. "You know what your problem is?" "I'm sure you're about to tell me." "You think this is something that just happened to you," he said. "Like you're a victim." "I'm not saying that," I replied. "You act like it," he said. "But you caused this." "I know," I said quietly. "Then stop pretending you didn't," he snapped. "I'm not pretending," I said. "Then own it," he replied. "You didn't just betray her. You betrayed yourself." I clenched my jaw. "That's not fair." "It's the truth," he said. I looked at him, anger and guilt mixing together. "What do you want me to do?" "Nothing," he said. "It's already done." His words stayed with me long after he left. Weeks passed, then months. Sophia never called. She never texted. It was like she had erased me completely. One afternoon, I heard something that made everything worse. "She left," Liam said. I frowned. "What do you mean?" "She transferred," he replied. "She's gone." The words didn't register at first. "Gone where?" I asked. "I don't know," he said. "But she's not here anymore." I felt my chest tighten. She didn't tell me. "Why would she?" he asked. I didn't answer. Because I already knew. That night, I stood in front of the mirror in my room. I barely recognized the person staring back at me. "You did this," I said to my reflection. It didn't argue. "I chose this," I added. The silence felt heavy. I let out a slow breath. "I chose the life they wanted," I whispered. My voice cracked as I stared at myself. "So why does it feel like I lost everything?" The engagement felt wrong from the start, but I kept telling myself it would settle. "It will get easier," I muttered one morning. "It won't," Olivia said from across the room. I looked up. "You heard that?" "I hear more than you think," she replied. I sighed. "I didn't mean—" "I know what you meant," she said calmly. "And you're right." "Right about what?" "That this isn't real," she said. I leaned back in my chair. "We're trying." "No," she said softly. "You're pretending." I didn't argue. She stood up and walked closer. "Tell me something honestly." "Okay. Do you ever think about her?" The question hit immediately. "Yes," I admitted. "How often?" "Every day," I said. She nodded, like she expected that answer. "And when you look at me?" she asked. I hesitated. "That's enough," she said before I could respond. "I don't want to hurt you," I said. "You already are," she replied. "I didn't ask for this either," I said. "Neither did I," she said. "But I'm not going to live a lie." I rubbed my face. "What are you saying?" "I'm saying we stop this," she said firmly. I looked at her. "Just like that?" "Yes," she replied. "Before it gets worse." My chest tightened. "My father won't accept that." She gave a small, sad smile. "This isn't about your father." "It always is," I said. "Not anymore," she replied. I stood up. "Olivia." She shook her head. "Listen to me." I went quiet. "I deserve someone who chooses me first," she said. The words felt heavy, like they were meant for both of us. "And you deserve to stop lying to yourself," she added. I swallowed. What happens now? I tell my father the truth, she said. And you do the same. That won't go well, I said. It already hasn't, she replied. She walked past me, then paused. For what it's worth, she said softly, I hope you find her again. I didn't know what to say. Thank you, I managed. She nodded once and left. That evening, my father called me into his office. I just spoke with Mr. Hayes, he said, his voice cold. I didn't respond. Care to explain what happened? He asked. The engagement is off, I said. I'm aware, he replied sharply. I'm asking why. Because it wasn't right, I said. That's not an answer, he snapped. It's the truth, I replied. He slammed his hand on the desk. Do you have any idea what you've done? I stopped something that shouldn't have started, I said. You destroyed a deal, he said. I'm not a deal, I said again. You're a liability now, he replied. I felt anger rise. I'm your son. Not when you act like this, he said. I laughed bitterly. So that's all I am to you? You were an investment, he said. And you failed. The words stung more than I expected. Maybe I just refuse to be controlled, I said. Then don't expect my support, he replied. I don't anymore, I said quietly. The room went silent. Get out, he said. I didn't argue. I just left. Days later, everything started falling apart faster than I thought possible. The deal collapsed completely. People started talking. Rumors spread about manipulation and pressure. You're trending for the wrong reasons, Liam said when I met him. I don't care, I replied. You should, he said. Your father's reputation is crashing. Good, I muttered. He looked at me carefully. You've changed. Have I? Yeah, he said. You finally stopped pretending. I sat down across from him. It cost me everything. No, he said. You lost everything before this. I frowned. What do you mean? You lost her, he said. Everything else just followed. I didn't argue. Have you tried contacting her? He asked. I tried, I said. She doesn't respond. She moved on, he said bluntly. I know, I replied. Then what are you expecting? I don't know, I said. Maybe a chance to explain. He shook his head. You don't get to come back after breaking someone like that. I looked down. I wasn't trying to break her. But you did, he said. I know, I whispered. He leaned back. Then live with it. I exhaled slowly. I am. A few days later, I heard something that made my chest tighten again. She's doing well, Liam said. I looked up. You talked to her? No, he said. But I heard. Heard what? She transferred, started fresh, he said. New city, new life. I stayed silent. She's stronger now, he added. I nodded slowly. That's good. Is it? He asked. It is for her, I said. But not for you, he replied. I didn't answer. That night, I sat alone again, my phone in my hand. I typed her name. I stared at the screen. Then I called. It rang and rang, then stopped. No answer. I let out a quiet breath. I guess that's my answer. I leaned back, closing my eyes. Everything I'd sacrificed for, my family, the deal, the expectations was gone. And the one thing that mattered was already lost. I didn't just lose her, I said to myself. My voice fell hollow. I lost myself. The silence around me didn't argue. Because deep down, I finally understood the truth. I hadn't just made a mistake. I had given up the only thing that ever felt real. Years passed, but some memories didn't fade. I sat in my small office, staring at the screen, when my colleague walked in. You're still here? He asked. Yeah, I replied. Just finishing something. You always say that, he said. Go home. I will, I said. He laughed. You won't. After he left, I leaned back and sighed. This is my life now, I muttered. No pressure from my father. No expectations hanging over me. Just quiet. And somehow, that quiet still felt heavy. My phone buzzed. It was my father. I stared at the screen before answering. Hello. You sound busy, he said. I am, I replied. Good, he said. At least you're doing something right. I closed my eyes. Why did you call? A pause. I wanted to check on you, he said. That's new, I replied. You're still my son, he said. I let out a dry laugh. That depends on your expectations, right? He didn't respond immediately. I did what I had to, he said finally. No, I replied. You did what you wanted. Silence filled the line. I'm not arguing about the past, he said. I'm not either, I replied. I'm just done pretending it didn't matter. You're still holding on to that. Yes, I said. Because it changed everything. Another pause. I thought I was protecting you, he said. You weren't, I replied. You were controlling me. That's not fair, he said. Neither was what you did, I said. He exhaled. So what now? Now, I said. Now I live my life my way. And what does that look like? It looks like me making my own choices, I replied. And the consequences? I'll deal with them, I said. He didn't answer. I have to go, I added. Ethan, I ended the call. For the first time, I didn't feel guilty. Later that evening, I stopped by a small cafe near my office. Same as usual? The barista asked. Yeah, I said. As I waited, someone stepped closer beside me. You're Ethan, right? A voice said. I turned. Yeah. The man looked at me carefully. I'm Noah. I frowned. Noah. Noah Bennett, he said. My chest tightened. Sophia's brother? He nodded. Yeah. I didn't know what to say. I didn't expect to see you. I didn't expect to see you either, he replied. We stood there for a moment. Can we talk? He asked. I hesitated, then nodded. Okay. We sat down at a table. You look different, he said. So do you, I replied. He gave a small smile. Tom does that. Yeah, I said. He leaned forward. Do you still think about her? I didn't hesitate. Every day. He nodded slowly. I figured. How is she? I asked quietly. He studied my face before answering. She's okay now, he said. Now, I repeated. It took time, he replied. I swallowed. I hurt her that badly. He didn't soften it. Yeah. I looked down. She trusted you, he continued. More than anyone. I know, I said. And when you left, he added, it broke her. My chest tightened. I didn't mean to. It doesn't matter what you meant, he said. It matters what you did. I nodded slowly. She had to rebuild herself, he said. Piece by piece. I felt my throat go dry. Alone. Yeah, he replied. I closed my eyes for a second. She doesn't talk about you anymore, he added. That hurt more than I expected. That's probably for the best, I said quietly. Maybe, he said. We sat in silence for a moment. Why are you telling me this? I asked. He looked at me seriously. Because you should know. Know what? That your choices have consequences, he said. I already know that, I replied. Do you? He asked. I met his eyes. I live with it every day. He nodded slowly. I'm not here to attack you, he said. I just needed to say it. I understand, I replied. He stood up. Take care of yourself. You too, I said. He paused. And Ethan, yeah. Don't make the same mistake again. I let out a small breath. I won't. After he left, I sat there, staring at my coffee. His words kept repeating in my head. It doesn't matter what you meant. It matters what you did. I stopped blaming them, I said quietly. Because the truth was clear now. I had made the choice. No one forced me to say those words to Sophia. No one forced me to walk away. I did that, I admitted. And for the first time, I didn't try to justify it. I paid for my coffee and stepped outside. The air felt different somehow. Lighter. Not because the regret was gone, but because I finally accepted it. I'm going to fix this, I said to myself. And that's okay. It had to be, because some mistakes don't come with second chances. And love. Love isn't about fighting everyone else. It's about having the courage to stand by your choice when it matters most. I didn't have that courage back then, and that's something I would carry with me for the rest of my life. I wasn't looking for her when I saw her again. I was just walking out of a bookstore, holding a coffee, thinking about nothing in particular. Then I froze. Sophia, I said without thinking. She turned. For a second, everything felt the same. Then I realized it wasn't. Ethan, she said calmly. Her voice didn't shake. Neither did her smile. You look different, I said. So do you, she replied. I nodded awkwardly. Yep, time does that. It does, she said. We stood there, not knowing what to say next. Do you have a minute? I asked. She hesitated, then nodded. Okay. We sat at a small table outside. This is unexpected, I said. It is, she replied. How have you been? I've been good, she said. That's good, I replied. And you? I'm better than I was, I said. She studied my face. You look like it. I let out a small breath. I've had time to think. I figured, she said. There was a pause. I tried to reach you, I said. I know, she replied. You did? Yes, she said. I just didn't answer. I nodded slowly. That makes sense. I needed space, she added. You deserve that, I said. She looked down at her hands. I needed to rebuild. I heard, I said quietly. She looked up. From who? Your brother, I said. She nodded. That sounds like him. I'm sorry, I said. She didn't respond immediately. I know that doesn't fix anything, I added. No, she said softly. It doesn't. I swallowed. I don't expect it to. She leaned back slightly. Then why say it? Because I mean it, I said. She looked at me for a long moment. You always meant things, she said. That's not fair, I replied. It is, she said. You meant them, you just didn't stand by them. I didn't argue. I was scared, I admitted. I know, she said. I thought I didn't have a choice, I added. You did, she replied. I know that now, I said. She nodded. That's the difference. We fell into silence again. You look happy, I said. I am, she replied. That's good, I said. It took time, she added. I'm glad you found that, I said. She smiled faintly. I had to. I looked at her, really looked this time. She wasn't the same girl I met at the cafe. She was stronger, calmer, and completely out of my reach. Do you ever think about us? I asked. She didn't hesitate. Sometimes. Only sometimes. I tried to joke. She didn't smile. Not in the way you think. I nodded slowly. You were important to me, she said. You were everything to me, I replied. She shook her head gently. No, I wasn't. I just didn't realize it in time, I said. That's the point, she replied. Her words hit quietly but deeply. I wish I could change it, I said. You can't, she said. I know, I whispered. She looked at me, not with anger, but with something calmer. Acceptance. I don't hate you, she said. I felt something shift in my chest. You don't. No, she replied. But you don't. I stopped myself. Love you, she finished. I nodded. She shook her head softly. No, that word hurt, but it didn't break me the way it used to. Understand, I said. I hope you do, she replied. I do, I said. We sat there, letting the truth settle between us. You were my first love, she said quietly. I looked at her, my chest tightening. And my hardest lesson, she added. I closed my eyes for a second. That's fair, I said. It wasn't easy, she continued. I know, I replied. I had to learn how to stand on my own, she said. And you did, I said. She nodded. I had no other choice. I'm sorry I put you in that position, I said. She gave a small smile. It made me stronger. That doesn't make it okay, I replied. No, she said, but it made me who I am now. I looked at her. You're amazing. She laughed softly. I'm just okay. You're more than that, I said. She didn't argue, but she didn't agree either. Ethan, she said after a moment. Yeah, you need to stop carrying this like it defines you. I frowned. It does define me. It doesn't have to, she said. It was the biggest mistake of my life, I replied. It was a moment, she said. A moment that changed everything, I said. She nodded. Yes, but it doesn't have to control everything after. I thought about that. I'm trying, I said. I can see that, she replied. That doesn't make it easier, I added. It's not supposed to be, she said. We both stood up at the same time. I guess this is it, I said. I guess it is, she replied. I hesitated. Can I ask you one last thing? Okay, she said. Are you happy? She smiled, and this time it felt real. Yes, she said. I nodded. That's all I needed to know. She looked at me for a moment. Take care of yourself, she said. You too, I replied. We stood there for a second longer, then she turned and walked away. I didn't stop her. I didn't call her name. I just watched until she disappeared. Then I turned in the opposite direction. For the first time, I didn't feel broken. Just changed. I lost her because I didn't choose her, I said quietly. I took a slow breath and kept walking. And that will always be my biggest regret.